Hello, graduate show, welcome. On this day, in 1757, Admiral John Byng was executed for a lacklustre performance in a naval engagement against the French. The French writer Voltaire summed up the folly of killing those who did not kill enough with the memorable line, "In this country, it is considered a good thing to kill an admiral from time to time, to encourage the others." Tomorrow is the 15th of March, and as Shakespeare warns in Julius Caesar, beware the Ides of March, because on this day, in 44 BC, Julius Caesar was in fact assassinated at the hands of a bloody revolution. Overthrowing those in power? Beware the Ides of March? This is either a sharp warning to David Cameron and his pension reforms ideas, a deadline to Colonel Gaddafi, who, as we know, wants to die a martyr, or Captain Birdseye from the Fish Fingers adverts is about to have a very bad day. We received a text message this week, and it's come in from a Simon Winspool, and he says, "How is Charlie Sheen still alive? I understand he's taken enough coke to kill 2.5 men. Yes, I think that's more of an amusing misunderstanding there. But please do keep your queries coming in. Now, viewers, I have to address a problem that's very dear to my heart here, the free and pluralistic press. Now, as you may know, B-Sky B, or Sky Television to you and me, or Magic Porn disguised as a documentary box to 14-year-old boys nationwide, is in the process of being taken over by Rupert Murdoch. Now, I love The Simpsons, House, and what my writers have told me is a show called Glee. But don't be fooled. Fox Broadcasting Company and News Corp is not a company based on innovative and compelling drama, satirical cartoons, or what I assume is a distastefully camp pablum. Fox and News Corp have for a long time been an unstoppable juggernaut of right-wing bullshit, which has an already firm grasp on media across the pond. Fox News, in particular, is world-renowned for its biased, ignorant, idiotic, and what? It's world-renowned for its what? Rupert Murdoch's just brought a majority share in the graduate show? Great. Fox News, in particular, is renowned for its fair, intellectual, and not at all stupid or evil right-wing agenda. Now, although some unemployed, crazy hippies claim that the takeover of B-Sky B by the Rupert Murdoch media empire clears the way for the creation of a media colossus in England with the muscle to steamroller its competition by using vast television profits to subsidise its loss-making newspapers and in the process undercut its rivals, we here at TGS say to hell with them. People who were probably also against the war, and therefore probably gay, and therefore definitely not married, and therefore have no relationship with our Lord and Fox spokesman Jesus Christ, and therefore have no morals, and therefore take drugs. And do you want to listen to a drug dealer, my children? We here at Fox, we here at the Graduate Show, we sure don't, buddy. So don't listen to them, listen to us. After all, the all-round ace guy and brilliant Dave Camp sure agrees, and we here at TGS have been told on very, very good authority that it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that all of Mr. Murdoch's papers threw their weight behind the Conservatives last year in the build-up to the election. So, remember, if anyone tells you that this is political payback on behalf of Mr. Cameron giving power to an already powerful media tycoon who supported him in his elections, and a decision which genuinely threatens the future of unbiased and pluralistic news in England, then just remember, for Fox's sake, don't listen to them, listen to us. For the completion of the next section, I had to go out and purchase myself a copy of The Sun. And let me just say, I've never in all of my life felt more like a seedy, underhanded, filthy-fingered, dirty old man buying salacious publications from a grotty newsagent. Would I do it for you, my adoring public? Hello. You join us tonight as we prepare to look upwards towards the solar and ask, what lies beyond? Tonight we'll be turning a scrupulous, monocled eye towards the sun. You must never look directly at the sun. Prolonged exposure to the sun can cause permanent damage. You can, however, enjoy the view of the sun from the comfort of your home by simply setting up a telescope. The telescope allows us to view the sun from a safe distance. Ah, wait, I'm starting to get something. yes. Specialist equipment can now be used to study the image. This irometer measures the levels of irony in the atmosphere. As we can see, the iron level has remained at 0. No irony here. On the 11th of March, The Sun published cutting-edge and insightful propaganda showing pictures of smiley Samaritan Eva Braun dressed as Al Johnson, the popular black-faced minstrel and entertainer. Because maybe we weren't quite sure of our opinions on the fun-loving Führer and company. Weren't they bad people or something? Next to this Remember the Nazis article, The Sun also published a microscopic 21-word article stating that the UK's biggest canned tuna company was now no longer using quite so brutal fishing techniques, meaning a light reduction in the decapitation of the world's already sodomised oceans. Nothing important. Through the use of this ironoscope, however, we can convert so-called troubled matter into more manageable levels of irony. Back in the Black and Reich minstrel show article, The Sun reported, ironically, Al Johnson was Jewish. Ironic! Once suitable numbers of irons have been captured, they can be converted into morons by being combined with hydrogen, oxygen, a crock of bull, a splash of lavender, and bring it all to the boil with a super-billionaire, mass media, free speech crushing, tit-faced tycoon. It is then able to be bottled and sold through a number of devices to subdue your little corporate consuming minds. It will soon be available as this deliciously refreshing drink. Gets into your bloodstream quicker, replaces opinions lost through rational thought, and allows your body to soak up media babble up to 10% faster than the other leading scaremongers. Due to this repeated procedure, the level of morons are now dangerously high, and its distribution is of a contentious issue. For a smaller amount of harmful effects and less damaging levels of hate-fueled radiation, try repeating this experiment in your garden, staring directly into the sun. The real sun. What an arrogant gesture to name your paper after the source of light and life. Next you want to take control of the sky. This week, The Sun also continued its tirade of hate against Chowdhury, the poppy burner, using such typically media unbiased words as sick, benefit scrounger, vile, cowardice, Islamic extremist who is all hot air and no bottle. He even dared to insult him for living in a council flat, as though that somehow intrinsically made him a bad person. Perhaps I should quickly clarify, this guy burnt a poppy emblem during the 2 minutes of silence on November the 11th. The Sun was furious, became even more furious and insulted when he was fined just £50 for starting a fire. Now, I'm not suggesting that he's a very nice chap, burning war memorabilia, and I'm sure he can be a bit of an arse. I don't think you'd want to meet him in the pub, especially not the Valiant Soldier or the Britannia, but like it or not, Murdoch and Son, this is a free country, and we do, at least for the moment, practice the freedom of speech. So even if we don't personally agree with his argument or process of protesting, we let him do it because overall it gives us the moral high ground. And by us in this situation, I mean, of course, British law. Now maybe it's not a very nice thing to do, but the Sun's unrelenting coverage of insulted fury, you just can't help but start to see this man's protest that the British soldiers are involved in an unjust and illegal war that is claiming the lives of thousands of innocent people, and it was started with corrupt motives. It's outrageous. Our brave boys. The Sun go on to compare the fine of an ex-serviceman who simply misjudged the speed on the A3, careered over a roundabout, smashed his car into another, and caused a third to knock a man from his motorbike. But it's okay because his nephew lost an arm in Afghanistan. It's outrageous! Can you believe that despicable man was fined less than me? Are you suggesting then, The Sun, that we should perhaps be imposing penalties on a moral basis, or redefining punishments on a personal level? It's okay if he stole your sister. His granddad fought in the war. I thought Tottenham played well last night. How dare you! We only support United here, our boys in red. To top all of this off, The Sun sensibly, and not at all to provoke and create its own news, sent veteran Ben McBean round to Chowdhury's flat to confront the man himself in a Sun special pre-arranged showdown, which is media bullying and hate sensationalism on an unrecognisably terrifying scale. Unfortunately for the headline-seeking Sun, Chowdhury had the indecency not to be in and didn't play ball. The Sun predicted that perhaps he had an urgent appointment at the social services to try and get them to play the insultingly small fine. Or perhaps he deliberately avoided being drawn into sinking to your spewing propaganda, irate, hate-mongering, oral diarrhoea that you dare to print in your revulsion of an arsewipe of a paper. So, is there intelligent life out there? Ironically, it seems not.